Hi everyone, I'm Rue, and welcome back to my channel, where you will learn from a nurse by day, self-taught baker by night, how to make amazing recipes, mainly baking. Today, we are going to make a lemon cream cheese pound cake. Mind-blowing, right? So this recipe takes you way back, and when I say way back, I mean way back. Way back to Miss Marguerite Allen's kitchen, where she originally made a cream cheese pound cake that I say is so good it'll make you want to slap your mama. So if that sounds like your vibe, stay tuned. All right, guys, so this recipe kicks off with Miss Allen using 1 pack of an 8-ounce box pack of Philadelphia cream cheese. So we're just going to add this to a mixer. I'm using my KitchenAid mixer instead of my hand mixer today. I had to order another part, so I am waiting for that to arrive. Until then, we will use the KitchenAid mixer. So I will re-angle so you can actually see everything that I'm doing. Okay, we just dump that right on in there. Ms. Allen's recipe also calls for 3 sticks of butter. And we can't be mad at that. You can never have too much butter. No one ever said that this was a heart-healthy dessert. Okay. I ain't mad at it. 2, 3. Whoop. And it's in. Alright, so we are going to blend together, or cream together as she says, the butter and the cream cheese until it's fluffy. So we will follow the directions and make sure that it's fluffy. I think that's a better speed. Gives you guys a chance to kind of see what it's doing. And I'm gonna stop periodically and make sure that the blade is just clean so that it all mixes evenly. It's a little stiff, so you're definitely gonna have to do this, especially if you're not using a hand mixer and you're using, like, you know, the countertop mixer like I am. You'll just have to stop every so often and make sure that your blade is clean. Let's lock first. I have my setting on 1. If you have a KitchenAid, then your setting might be the same. If you have a different mixer, might be a little different, but just kind of go according to with what works for you, and what seems like you're still in control while it's mixing. 2 for me was too fast, so we'll just keep mixing until it's nice and cream. Now I can go to 2. You see, so you just want to kind of start off slow and then increase your speed by just a notch to kind of kick it up a bit, so you're not here all day at the mixer, because we want to eat. We don't want to work all day. We want to work a little bit, eat more. Already it looks good and smells good. I'm like, do we have to even finish? Can I just walk away with the bowl? All right, I think we're good now. All right, final clean. Make sure we put everything back into the bowl and not so much on the blade. I don't really know what this is called. Do you guys know what it's called? This thing, the attachment. Is it called something else other than the attachment? If so, can you do me a favor and put it in the comments? I've had this mixer since grad school, so that was like that was early 2000s, like maybe 06, 05. I think my mom gave it to me as like a Christmas present. And so clearly the book that comes with it, the little booklet that tells you all of the different parts and what everything is, all the little gadgets that come with it, that's gone. That's been gone. So if you guys know if there's another name for this other than an attachment or blade, please tell me in the comments section. Educate me, please. All right, so the recipe calls for 6 eggs. So we are gonna add 1 egg at a time. Woo, I'm knocking everything. We're gonna add 1 egg in at a time, okay? All right. Eggs are in. So we're just gonna let this go ahead and keep blending up. She said make sure it incorporates well, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay guys, I turned it up a little bit because it was taking entirely too long with all of the eggs incorporated on one. I just went for it, you know? I'm like, well, what's the worst that could happen? It could go everywhere. That is the worst thing that could happen, but we ain't never scared over here, okay? So we turned it up a little bit. All right, I think that's as incorporated as that's going to get. We need to add our flavorings, which is 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. We're gonna put butter extract. I did not have butter flavoring, and when I went to order it, it was gonna take entirely too long to come. So we're gonna work with what we have. I'm so sorry, Miss Allen. I'm trying to stick as close to your recipe as possible. And then the almond extract. So 1 teaspoon of each. Okay, so if you're anything like me, you might be wondering what the difference is between butter flavoring and butter extract, or vanilla flavoring and vanilla extract. I didn't know. You know, I'm a self-taught baker. Full disclosure, I've taken a class for decorating here and there, a croissant class, and but no formal training, right? So I wondered what the difference was, and what I've read is that flavoring versus extract has more of a pop with flavor. No surprise there, hence the name. But it also has less alcohol. No, what does it say? Non-alcoholic flavoring. So, and this one is pure. So that seems to be the main difference between extract and flavoring. It just gives it a nice cleaner taste than the extract. It is more expensive, I will say that. This bottle right here, that's 4 ounces, I spent $19.99 for it. Granted, it is organic and it's a well-known brand, but $19.99 is pretty steep compared to some of the other vanilla extracts that are the same size and organic as well, about maybe $5 more. So that is something to kind of keep in mind. Okay, and with the butter extract, so I just added the vanilla flavoring. I'm adding the butter extract. Whoop. Okay, so that was a little bit more than a teaspoon, but we're just gonna rock with it, okay? That's what we do over here. We do our best and we pray on it. Okay, and last but not least, the almond extract. Okay, And there we go. All right. Ooh, everything smells so nice. Okay, so we are supposed to mix this a little bit more. It kind of looks like a soppy mess right now, but I definitely have faith in Miss Allen's recipe. I know that there is a method to this madness, and it is gonna be yummy, yummy, yummy in our tummies. Guys, I forgot to add the sugar. That's why I was looking like a sloppy mess. Ooh, Miss Allen would get me. I need to do this recipe justice for her. Okay, I'm adding it now. So we're gonna put 3 cups of sugar. 3 cups of sugar to the mixture. Regular granulated white sugar. Now it's starting to come together a little bit more. A little bit more than it was. Okay. All right. There we go. All right now. Yes. So slightly out of order. No harm, no foul. I'm glad I looked at the recipe again. I will show it to you guys because it is really ripped straight from the headlines, as they like to say it on TV. It really, when you look at the news article that the recipe was published in, it really takes you back. Like, she just looks like, you know, the Southern grandma that makes you the really nice cake for your birthday or for holidays, or just because it's your favorite flavor and your favorite cake. And my grandma, who I call Nana, did and still does the same for me. So now I ask her to make me bread pudding because that's one of her specialties. And so she loves to make that, and I love to eat it. So when I saw Miss Allen's recipe online, I actually found it on Pinterest. I thought, I have to try it, I have to make it. It just brings you back, right? It makes you think of when you were little. It makes you think of comfort. It just makes you think and feel like home. So hopefully it does that, you know, the same for you guys. All right. I think we're good here. So I'm gonna go now sift our flour out so we can add that as the last step. So as you guys can see, I have Miss Marguerite Allen's recipe straight out of the newspaper article in the backdrop. And I've done that because, for one, it's the recipe written out right in front of me, so easy to look at and reference as I go along. But two, it just, to me, feels like it pays homage for her sharing her recipe that she made for her family. It says underneath her photo, and she's actually holding the cake in her hand, family favorite. A busy Marguerite Allen still takes time to make one of her rich pound cakes. I mean, that goes without saying. Most of us are super busy these days, and without a moment to spare, we are trying to do everything for everyone. And I'm sure it was no different then. So I just wanted to put the recipe and her photo up there just so that we can be inspired and feel her spirit as we work through this recipe and make this yummy, amazing pound cake. Okay, so with that said, time to add the cake flour. I sifted 3 cups of the cake flour already, and I am going to now add the liquids. Okay, so if you guys can see, I am adding the liquid here to the cake flour, or rather vice versa. The reason why I'm doing that is because, and I'll tell you while I do it, Miss Allen suggested one of two things. She suggested we either mix the flour into the mixing bowl and have the electric mixer going, and we do that for 3 minutes, or verbatim, that's what her recipe says, and I quote, mix for 300 strokes if by hand. And I figured, for the sake of research purposes and taking one for the team for you guys, why not try the 300 strokes mixing? So let's go. Let's have it. I don't know if I should add the flour into, usually you add the flour into the liquid, but I don't know if that's really gonna rock with this. See, this is what I'm talking about. When we try to do this, like, how did they do that back then, huh? Like, I think it's easier this way. Don't kill me, y'all. I know I'm doing this backwards. Hopefully I don't mess everything up by doing this, but we shall see, okay? All right. I know I'm a lefty, so let me see if I turn this way. And it's super awkward, but again, taking one for the team. Because I'm a lefty, I want you guys to be able to see everything that's happening. Okay. Or maybe I'm kind of, you know, as a lefty in a right-handed world, we're a little, or a lot, ambidextrous. Shout out to the lefties. If you're a lefty, let me know in the comment section, because it is super hard sometimes to coordinate things like this, because you're like, I'm shooting from the left. My dance moves are from a left-handed viewpoint. When I used to jump double dutch as a kid, you know, they wouldn't let me turn the rope because I was a lefty. They were like, you're double-handed. I don't even know what that means, but they would not let me turn that rope. I could not turn that rope to save my life. All right, we're good to go here. Yeah, this little thing, I'll be back. 4, 5, 20. You know, the things that were done back in the day for the love of your family or whoever you were baking this for, because I'm just telling you, I'm at 20 and my arm's a little sore. I'm gonna say that it's getting a little hard. Okay, 21. Let's go around the world for 300, Alex. 300. Woo! OMG. This cake should cost $1 million. I'm gonna tell you that. Because that was a lot. That's why. That was a lot. Okay, so I tried the 300 strokes. That was fun. I can check that box and say I tried it. Never doing it again. Hand mixer or electric mixer. Just live vicariously through me and save yourself the headache and just use the electric mixer. But it was fun. Thank you, Miss Allen, for that detail. You know, that's awesome, and that's how you know that that's a true baker, when they're able to tell you both directions. If you have an electric mixer, you're going to beat it for 3 minutes. If you don't, you are going to beat it by hand for 300 strokes. Wow. Amazing. All right, guys, we're ready. 90 minutes in the oven at 325 degrees. Here she comes. Woo! Amazing. I mean, smells as good as it looks. Oh my goodness. So I made it a point to make sure to take it out as soon as it was done. I actually have a few minutes left on my timer, so it wasn't quite 90 minutes. I didn't leave it the full 90 minutes. I feel like I have about 14 minutes left or so. So my oven is different than you know, others ovens, and so you just kind of have to time it. It's an approximation of 90 minutes, but definitely, you know, just kind of see if your cake is done along the way. Nothing worse than an overbaked cake, right? So just double check, especially if you know that your oven cooks a little faster. A close-up of this. Now it looks good. It smells good. But let's see how it tastes. All right, everyone, here we are at the moment of truth. I'm ready. Let's see. Amazing. So good. I have frosting on my hands and everything with the glaze. So good. Oh my goodness. I have to take another bite. Like, this is worth it. This will be really good with like strawberries, a whipped cream topping. You could really make like a strawberry shortcake type of deal out of this. This is really good. This is good. Thank you so much, Miss Marguerite Allen, for this recipe. The world thanks you. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I'm gonna go finish this, but I'll do it off camera. You guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you learned a couple of things. I hope you guys try this recipe. If you do, let me know in the comments how it came out. Let me know if you added the lemon drizzle. I really love it on top. The butter lemon drizzle really, I think, gives it a little bit of a kick. But I tasted the inside of the pound cake without the drizzle, and it is just as phenomenal without it. So it's really optional. You guys let me know if you tried it. You let me know how you liked it, and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notifications button so you always know when I upload, because I'm committed to giving you at least one video every single week with new recipes. Thanks for joining again. Until next time.